business moves fast. And when you need funding, there's no time to wait. At Fleximize, we keep things simple. No penalties, no red cards, just fast, flexible business loans. We only ask for the essentials and you'll get a decision within 24 hours. Once approved, the funds are in your account the same day. Fleximize, let's fund your goals.
Hello and welcome back to Matchday Preview Live, streaming on X, YouTube, Facebook and Town TV. Proudly brought to you by our headline digital partner, Fleximize, the UK's award-winning lender offering fast, flexible business loans. Kickoff is less than an hour away as Ipswich Town hosts Watford under the lights at Portman Road for this season's remembrance match supporting Combat to Coffee and the Medals to Matches campaign. We'll take you through highlights from that brilliant 4-1 win at QPR, discuss all the latest team news, and provide plenty of analysis and insight throughout. And later on, we'll be joined live by the new interim WBO heavyweight world champion and lifelong Town fan, Fabio Wardley. As always, we want you to get involved wherever you are watching. Send us your thoughts and score predictions in the live chat, or use the hashtag TownTV to be featured during the show. Well, a very good evening to you all. Now, you're probably wondering why we're in the studio. We were expecting a bit of rain, but thankfully that hasn't come. We won't let that dampen our spirits anyway, because, as you can see, we are joined by two very special guests. We have Town women's striker Natasha Thomas, and he only retired yesterday, but we're putting him straight to work. Former Blue, Alan Judge, welcome to your first Town TV debut. How good does it feel to be back?
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks a lot for having me. Good to be back to work straight away after return only yesterday.
Yeah, what made you decide to hang up your boots yesterday?
It's been coming for a few weeks. It was just time. I thought about doing it in the summer, but I had a manager asking me to play on. While it was enjoyable last year, this year it wasn't the same, so I just felt it was probably right just to call it time.
What will you miss from the beautiful game?
I think a lot of players would say it, but probably being around the dressing room. You know, you're used to going in, being around the lads, and obviously your routine. We're creatures of habit, and that'll be one of the main things I'll try to keep hold of.
Well, we have got one free kick specialist at Ipswich Town. Marcelino Nunez scored those two fantastic goals. But this man, we've dug into the archive and pulled out this absolute beauty. Do you remember it well, Alan?
Yeah, I do actually, yeah. All those fans I was running over to there. Different times for the club, but I always do look back fondly at my time at the club. I really did love it here, to be honest.
The pitch looks a bit different as well.
Yeah, not as good as it does now.
Tasha, welcome back. You've been a very busy girl. You've been across the world. How was international duty? We'll get onto the goal a bit later on, but how's it feel to be back?
No, it's good to be back. I think for me as well, it's always nice to have a little reset, going out on camp with Jamaica to reset to then come back here. Obviously, being out in Jamaica first, and then we went to Trinidad and Tobago to play, but obviously the weather's a lot different there, so it was a little bit having to climatise to that. Does
it feel quite surreal when you get called up to play for Jamaica? The whole experience in itself, because last season in the league below, that exposure might not have been there, but now you and some of the other girls are getting international call-ups.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think for me as well, it's just ensuring that I'm putting myself in the best possible position to get another call-up. Of course, the end of this month now, we have the World Cup qualifiers as well, so hopefully I'll put a good foot in now and hopefully I'll get called up to that as well. But I think for me, it is so surreal because I'm just a girl I'm from Lowestoft, but at Ipswich Town, and to then get called up to play for Jamaica, something that's very close to myself and my family. So yeah, when I get called up, honestly, it's amazing, and I just always want to make sure I can play my best when I go.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, all the best for those World Cup qualifiers. Right, Town produced a fantastic performance at the weekend away at QPR. A 4-1 victory saw Town leave Loftus Road with all 3 points.
To transition quickly, and us with our normal formation, with the two in midfield with a 10 just ahead of him.
Walleregley high on the right side, breaking into the penalty area now, delivering in towards George Hurst, and it is the perfect start for Ipswich Town. Chair, bit of space inside the Ipswich half, approaching the penalty area now. Elias Chair trying to get onto his right side, and then the shot from Isaac Hayden, central position. Here's Waller Egley receiving it on the Ipswich right side, moving towards the penalty area, letting fly with his left. Hayden with the switch. Chair, Esquadinha goes on an overlapping run. Chair trying to cut in field, goes for goal himself. Walton gets down to it, but the rebound is turned home by Roman Burrell. Nunez challenging Burrell on the edge of the QPR penalty area. It's all a bit scruffy, but Waller Egley feeds it into O'Shea. O'Shea across goal towards Hurst, and Hurst coming in. Corner kick in, it comes from the near side, and it was Nardi underneath his crossbar, and then it drops for Philogene.
Takes one of our midfielders needing to turn on it.
O'Shea, long ball downfield. Hurst has chested it down to Nunez, and this could be promising for Ipswich Town. Philogene just outside the penalty area on his right foot. And then O'Shea is dispossessed by Richard Kone. Kone inside the penalty area on his left foot, across goal, and Walter makes a very smart save. Can the second half start in a similar fashion? Davis and Nunez standing over the free kick. It's a 5-man QPR wall. It's Nunez, it's into the corner, it's brilliant. A lightning start to the first half, a lightning start to the second half as well. Walton giving it back to O'Shea. Chair is on the press. O'Shea chops away from him. Now Furlong. Ipswich have played their way through that QPR press well, and there's space for Waller Egley right side. Waller Egley driving towards the penalty area. Furlong supporting. Furlong, can he stand it up towards Hurst? Hurst coming in at the back post, gets his second of the game. Ipswich have breathing space. Madsen away from Furlong. Matusiwa snapping back at him. Play goes on. Kone delivering a cross.
Just wondering how long they both get. Great ball for Philogene inside to Nunez.
Nunez now inside the centre circle, moving forward. He's got Hurst ahead of him. Nunez goes for goal himself. There is an angle there. It is going to be Nunez, and it is in. Deflected in off the top of the wall. Marcelino Nunez will take the acclaim. Here is Poku. Saito in space inside the box. Saito, good save by Walton. Shifts it first time to Darragh O'Shea. O'Shea fires that one out to McAteer. McAteer trying to find Akpom in behind. Akpom into the penalty area now. McAteer supporting. Pulled back by McAteer.
A dominant display by the Blues away at QPR. A result, Alan, I'm sure as a former Brentford player, you would have enjoyed that one.
Yeah, when I look back on that, yeah, definitely. It looked like probably one of the best performances this season for Ipswich. It seemed like everything just clicked together. It was good to see George getting on the score sheet, getting his 2 goals, and then particularly I enjoyed watching Sidray on the right. I really enjoy watching him. I think he's a very good footballer.
Tasha, it was a really fluid performance from the Blues, and we'll show the goals again very shortly, but I just thought everything seemed to click away, and it was a perfect performance.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one thing for me, obviously, being a forward is seeing George get onto the score sheet. Obviously, 2 very good headers as well from him. Being a forward, obviously, you want him to be scoring goals, and you probably got yourself and the fans going, oh, you're a forward, you need to be scoring. But I think for Hursty as well, is his work rate is phenomenal, and I think for him, he's a hold-up play as well. So I think if he keeps doing that, it's just going to keep building momentum and more compliments for him as well.
Glenn said it on comms that it was a lightning start in the first half and a lightning start in the second. How can that mentality work this evening as well, get that fast-paced start? Because it does put teams on the back foot, and especially at a place like Loftus Road where they're not having the best of seasons. It can really, really get at the team, can't it?
Exactly, especially for tonight. You know, Watford haven't won away from home since last January, and if you put a bit of pressure on them in the first 10, 15 minutes of the first half, you never know what could happen. They could cave, and I think it'd be perfect for Ipswich to get going and get at them straight away.
Well, let's take a look at those goals once more. There was a brace for George Hurst that we're all very, very happy about, and it was such fast start. Sindra Waller Egley down the right-hand side, who there's a lot of talk about him being an exceptional talent, and I think we've just seen it there, Tash, that he's got a lot of potential. But for Hursty, everyone was relieved that he got that goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it was just his movement as well. You could see he was looking for the movement in at the front post, and he then got in there at the right time. So, again, I think it's just so good that he's got his 2 goals, and hopefully he can improve and keep on scoring.
How much confidence can he take from that? Alan, you've been in a changing room where a teammate might be struggling with a bit of confidence, or it's not just falling for him, but to score 2 away like that, And I mean, he is scoring quite a few already this season. It just must do him the world of good.
I think for Hursty there, especially when he's missed the penalties, it does play on the confidence of strikers. So for him to go and get not just one, get two, will take a lot of weight off his shoulders. And I think as we can see from here now, he's definitely going to get a lot of service from the full-backs and the wingers. They like to get wide and they even like to pull it back and put the ball in the box.
Set pieces have been talked about in the football media for so long. You've got Arsenal scoring only set pieces at times. With Marcelino Nunez's free kick that we've just seen there, how important can set pieces be, especially in the Championship?
It's very important, I think, even through the women's game as well. We always say set pieces can win games. And again, if we're not scoring those set pieces, then I think it's one of those where if we're scoring set pieces, it can be really good for the team and they'll just keep on pushing on.
Is it good to have someone in your ranks like that who can produce not one but two bits of magic? All right, one had a bit of a deflection on it, but we still give it to him.
Still definitely is. When you've got someone like Nunez who can take set pieces, and then there's a few others you can see. Jack Taylor can take them when he plays as well. But if you're not playing well, especially in the Championship, and if you've got someone who can take set pieces, that could end up winning you the game.
At the other end of the pitch, Christian Walton's come in. He's done very well since the injury to Alex Palmer. But from that game as well, defensively, we looked solid. Bar the goal, we nullified their threat quite well, I thought.
Yeah, and I think that's probably something we've been working on as well. And I think as a defensive unit, you never want to be conceding goals. And I think they've done very well at that. I think if we just keep on being as strong as we are, not only that, with defending, going forwards, I think they really help with the attacking parts as well.
That's 2 league wins in a row for Town from the start of the season where it was a little bit inconsistent. That word, especially in the Championship, consistency is key. How much can they build on those 2 results now and make it a perfect 3?
Yeah, I think they can. I think we spoke a bit earlier. If you look at the squad, the amount of ins and outs that happened in the summer, the amount of international breaks that there's been, I think Kieran will be secretly quite happy. Obviously, maybe a couple of more points. Got the game in hand. If they win tonight, puts them in a great position. Yeah,
it definitely puts them in a great position. And Town were in a great position in 2014 when they hosted Watford here at Portman Road. Tommy Smith was the only goal scorer as Town won 1-0. We'll take a 1-0 victory here at Portman Road any day of the week. Looking at tonight's opponents, I did some research earlier on and it's 23 managers in 13 years. We talk about consistency on the pitch, but how important is that consistency off it in the dugout?
I think as we could see with Watford tonight is that the unpredictability, 23 managers, the players are in and out constantly, so I'll be honest with you, you could get anything from Watford tonight. But I do look forward to seeing them play. They are exciting at times.
They have got a manager in now in Javi Garcia that they know really well. I suppose that breeds a bit of familiarity to probably some of the players. But when you're playing for a new manager, you always feel like you're going to get an extra 10% because they've got a point to prove.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I haven't been in that situation myself. I've been quite lucky with managers at this present. So I think it's just one of those where they're going to want to be able to perform for him as well and show him that I should be in the starting 11 or I want to stay in the starting 11. So as well as coming away from home, I think they'll try to make their mark on the game and pursue that.
Yeah, they've not been great away from home, but they come off the back of a really good result against Middlesbrough. No one thought they'd probably go and beat them 3-0. So there's definitely quality in this side.
Yeah, definitely. And I've seen some of the goals from the Middlesbrough game. Their captain scored a great goal with his left foot. So they've definitely got players there that can score, unbelievable goals. I think 2 of them came from outside the box. So Ipswich have to be very careful of letting them have space outside the box tonight.
Do you think, Tash, that we'll see that fast start that we saw at Loftus Road and really get at this Watford side right from the first whistle?
I think we will, and I hope we will. We're at home, the fans will be behind them as well, and I think when we get at them really fast, I think it's when we play our best football, and I just think we need to ensure that we score early, and then I think it will keep on rolling on.
We'll get on to the changes later on when we go through the full team lineup. There is 3. So in previous weeks we've seen Kieran make 6, 8, but do you feel like he's trying to find the right 3 changes now, obviously tonight, that he sees fit to win this game, because Jens comes back in, who hasn't played it from the start in a few games?
Yeah, I think so. Kieran will know more than anybody the difference in the Premier League to the Championship. While the Premier League might have a little bit more quality and a bit more pace, the Championship is just relentless. You have to be able to play Saturday, Tuesday again. So it doesn't surprise me to see a couple of changes, but after how well they played against QPR, maybe a little bit of a surprise on my side.
You've only recently retired, and you would have experienced that Saturday, Tuesday, and with all the travelling, just how relentless is it, and what are the biggest effects can the player feel from producing week in, week out, 3 games a week? People would say fatigue. It's more mental. I'll be honest with you. When you especially come to that 3rd game of the week, you're like, I've just played 2 games already on a Saturday and Tuesday. I have to get myself going. For me, it was always the mental side of it. Once you get that side right, you're surprised what your body can do. Do you think then tonight, we've spoken about set pieces, could that be another factor tonight that we see? Obviously, Marcelino Nunez is on the bench, but from corners as well, we've looked really dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we look quite dangerous at corners, not only just with the likes of Hurst. We've got our defenders, the back 2 seem to come up when the corners come, and we've got quite a solid back line, and they'll be able to help with the goals as well.
Will you miss playing on a Tuesday night under the lights in stadiums like this?
Most definitely. I'll be honest, night games are probably my favourite. I know everybody comes for the Saturday, but when you get to play under the lights on a Tuesday or even a Friday night, there's just something different about it, especially when the stadium's full. It makes a massive difference.
Well, there is nothing like a buzz of a game under the lights at Portman Road, and Dave Vant loves it so much he went and got a buzz cut haircut, and he's been out in the fan zone showing everyone his new trim, but also bringing the energy and all the vibes to today's game. Dave, over to you.
Yes, Curly, we're in the fan zone. It's Ipswich Town versus Watford under the lights at Portman Road. You know I love an evening game, and this game should be fantastic. Look, we've got someone to introduce to the show. We've got Blake, our fan zone presenter. Bring it in, Blake.
Hello,
how are you this evening?
Loving life, mate. Nothing better than being here under the lights, let me tell you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tell us what the fans can expect down in the fan zone this evening.
Mate, just always good times, good drinks, good food. Got plenty of activities going on. Obviously, people in the foundation that as well with the inflatables, which is just fantastic. So, really, really top stuff. Got the football on as well.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, good food, mate. Vendors here, brilliant new vendors as well.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for being with us on Town TV, Blake. Let's go and chat some of the new vendors then, Will. Let's go. Come on then. Here we go. Let's start with the Hot Sausage Co. Here we go. Hot Sausage Co. What's your names, please, guys?
Andrew.
Jace.
Josh.
How much do you guys enjoy being in the fan zone this season?
Honestly, it's been brilliant.
Yeah?
We've loved every minute of it, haven't we?
Yeah.
So it's been good fun. It's been hard work. We've been busy. Our local customers, we've got a lot of local people in town who love us as well, and seeing us here and being part of this has been really good fun for us, hasn't it? My son has been here.
It's nice to be part of it, involved.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, just have a look at these, right? Look at them. That is proper sausages, proper grilled onions. Town fans, what are you waiting for? Get yourself down to the Hot Sausage Co. Appreciate you guys talking to us on Town TV. Thank you. Right, Will, just quickly we'll go over this way. I'll give it a little jog. Another new addition to the fan zone food vendors. We've got Sev here at Savannah Smoke. How much do you enjoy being in the fan zone, my guy?
Love it. Couldn't ask for better. It's totally amazing. We're here today. Everybody's coming out.
Yeah.
We're here with our signature jerk chicken is straight off the charcoal grills.
Fantastic.
Everything is just nice weather, and we're hoping for a good game today.
Fingers crossed indeed. Best seller then, was it the jerk chicken?
Best seller is the signature jerk. It's blended up with our jerk seasonings, all our marinades, all lovely. And this is our number one seller. That's where everybody runs after. If they can't do the spice, then we have the barbecue, also on the charcoal fire. So we're here today, all ready for you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being with us on Town TV, my man. Well, there you have it, guys. If you haven't been down to the fan zone and tried out the new vendors, get yourself down here. Hot Sausage, jerk chicken. I couldn't handle the spice myself, but hopefully tonight's going to be a spicy game. My prediction, 3-1 to the Super Blues. Curly, back to you in the studio. Upper Tower.
Cheers, Dave. Two very contrasting haircuts there from Blake and Dave, but two very, very solid people. That food sounds good, doesn't it? We were just talking as it was going in. I can't deal with the spice, but fancy going out there afterwards and getting a little bite to eat?
I do. I'm hungry, if I'm honest. So, yeah, that'd be nice.
Let's talk about Town Women. It's obviously been a challenging season, but one that I imagine everyone is still exceedingly proud of. But now, I think we had a little chat there. We've got to learn quick. Otherwise, we could be in trouble. But it's positive stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I think once we got promoted, we knew it was always going to be tough. It's a big step up for a lot of us girls as well, where we've not played at this level at all before. So again, it's a learning curve where we're in it now and we're learning as we go. So it's so early in the season as well. We're still gelling together with all the new players. So for us, it's just... yes, it's a loss, but for us it's learning. So we'll go into the training ground and look at those little things where we need to neaten up, and we go from there and just keep the morale going, because sometimes it can get a bit defeating when you're losing and you're so used to winning. But for us, it's just keeping together as a squad and as a team.
But as players, you must thrive on the challenge of testing yourselves at the highest possible level. That's what you want. Winning is lovely, but you were doing it so much. It was quite easy at times. Do you enjoy that test now in the division above?
Yeah, absolutely. I think as well, it's one of those where every single game can go either way. So I think last season we had some games where it was about 10-1, 10-0 and things like that. And that's not really the kind of football that I personally want to be playing. It's making sure you're up against like the best players you possibly can and seeing what you can do there. Again, I think for us as the women's team, it's not the football itself, it's the physicality, the speed of the game that is just something we need to just tone up and dial into. And again, whilst we're playing and training, we're going to learn even more.
Have you had time to sit back and look at the trajectory that the club's been on?
I think for me, because I've been within it, obviously I think it's coming up to 10 years this month for myself being here at Ipswich, so it's been a long time. But
testimonial, surely.
Yeah, hopefully.
Sure, yeah.
But no, for me it is crazy, but at the same time it's been developed at a rate where it's like filtered in and it's been really good, and it's not been like, wow, here you go, it's all this. And for that as well, I think at clubs you can do that. You can, like, money obviously does help. You can throw all that in, but at the same time it needs to be built, and I think we're doing that really well here at Town.
With that trajectory has come an international call-up, but not just an international call-up. You did score, and you've created history, becoming the first senior women's player to score an international goal. Let's have a look at it. What was going through your mind when this ball's come over? And that's just laid up to you lovely there.
I told Kayla to leave it. I was like, just leave it. Because even before I went on camp, I was like, I'm scoring on this camp. And I put myself forward to do that. And I think a lot of people ask me, like, oh, what do you do? How do you, like, process things? And I think for me, like, even speaking to younger females and males about how I want to play, it's a lot of the times, I know people say, oh, it's manifestation, but for me it's speaking to myself through the games and things like that, and just ensuring I'm putting myself in the best possible position to do so.
Alan, I'm the only one sitting here this evening that hasn't scored an international goal, let alone an international call-up. There might still be time. Maybe I just slipped through the net. But when you scored your goal for Republic of Ireland, just what did that mean to you?
Honestly, I was coming off my broken leg. I had managed to get myself back into the Irish setup. I think I was out for 2 years. I got back fit, and then it just seemed like it came full circle for me. So when that came out, it was just probably outpouring of emotion, to be honest with you, because there's times when you're injured, you don't know if that'll happen again. And for that just to fall for me the way it did, it was just, I'd say, Tasha probably did, it's just emotion. It's great. Nothing more scoring for your country.
Where does that sit in your achievements in your football career? Because I know how proud you were to represent your country. You mentioned it in your retirement speech, as it were. Just what did that mean to you?
Honestly, everything. As I said, I did in my retirement post, it was everything. It's what every kid, especially from, I imagine Tash said the same thing, playing for Jamaica, it's all you ever want to do. And the fact that I'd come through the journey I did of being out for 2 years, worked so hard, and if that was to be my last time kicking the ball for Ireland, it wouldn't have mattered, because I've done what I wanted to do.
I'm very jealous that I haven't scored an international goal, because it feels absolutely brilliant. You probably heard the Tannoy announcers there doing the team lineup. So let's go and speak to the man who made the team lineups for tonight for Ipswich Town, Kieran McKenna.
Good momentum going into it, of course, and talking about Watford, though, a good win for them on Saturday especially, and a strong team in the Championship.
Yeah, they are. They were very impressive on Saturday. I think they've got a very good squad anyway, a big squad, lots of talented individuals. You can always see the boost when a new manager goes in there. I think they've been good in the game, certainly since he came in. I thought they were good against Middlesbrough. I thought they played well against Coventry, to be honest, because they conceded a couple of poor early goals, but were probably the better team on 11v11. And similar against Sheffield United, and of course they played West Brom before we played them, so we watched a lot of that as well. So we've seen a good amount of them, strong team, good coach, really good individual players, and coming off a good result as well. So it's going to be a tough game, no doubt about it. We're going to have to give a lot of everything that you need to win a game in the Championship, and at home with our supporters behind us, if we give everything, we know we're a good team as well, and it's going to be a tough game for both sides, but we want to come out on top.
The thoughts of Ipswich Town manager Kieran McKenna there. Right, we are fast approaching kick-off, so let's take a look at Town's lineup for the game in the Championship here at Portman Road. As I mentioned earlier, 3 changes from the side that won at QPR. In come Akpon, Kayuste and Johnson. So, mentioned it earlier, only 3 changes. Is that something that you expected to see, Tasha, just because of the relentlessness of the Tuesday-Saturday?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you've said it there. It's you've got to look after the players as well and just ensure that all the players are getting rotated as well. I think the rotation helps. Obviously, we've had some players that haven't had as much minutes in the starting 11, so to see them then step up, those 3 players, I think that's only going to do them a world of good, as well as being able to rotate. Yeah,
special shout to Dara O'Shea, who makes his 50th appearance for Town this evening. A player who is brilliant on the international stage as well, but he's stepped into that captaincy role really smoothly, hasn't he?
I think so. Yeah, no, to follow Sam for how good he was for the club, I think Dara stepped into his shoes very well. And Dara, to be honest, it was a good decision by the club to extend his contract at the end of the season. I really rate Dara. And that's not just because he's Irish. But he's really good for our country as well. He's really, really good. He's coming along really well. And I think he's taken to that role really, really impressively.
Ben Johnson starts at right back. Someone who's probably not played as many minutes as he wanted. But again, another opportunity for him to come in tonight and prove what he can do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think as a player in itself, when you're called upon, you want to make sure that you put your best foot forwards. Obviously, he's not had as many minutes as you've said recently, but again, he'll be ready to step up. He's a very good player as well, and I'm sure we'll see him running up and down that wing.
Yeah, running up and down one of the wings will be Sindra Waller-Egley, who from that QPR game looked really, really good. You feel like it takes a few weeks to adapt to a new country, new teammates, new language. Just how impressed have you been with him, and what do you think his potential could be?
What I've seen, I'm really impressed with when I watch Sidray. Honestly, I love the fact, especially at the weekend, he could take his full back down the line. And what he also has, which I really like, he can open up the pitch. He can hit the other side of the pitch, which for Ipswich is very important, as in you've got Leaf or Jaden on the other side, and we know how devastating them two can be together. So seeing Sidray to have different options to the way he can play, it's really impressive at that age.
Yeah, and Juba Akpon comes in as well. And we've got George Hurst up top, who will be full of confidence from that brace against QPR. Let's take a look at the Ipswich Town subs. As we know, Kieran likes to make his substitutions. We've spoken to many people on Town TV, Alan, about the squad depth that we have here. Is it up there with one of the best squads in the Championship?
Oh, definitely. You just got to look at the names there. You got Jack Clark on the bench, you got Nunes, you got... Who have you got? You got McAtee, Greaves, Humphreys, Cam. I really, really rate Cam. Cam was there. He was really young when I was there, but I think Cam has something in him to become really special for the club. You just look at that bench and you think you've got Ashley Young as well. Unbelievable experience, and you're looking at this is a Championship team's squad. It's amazing when you look at it.
How much can Ashley Young's experience help this squad? He's been there, done it, got the Premier League trophies and everything else with it.
Yeah, no, that can help a lot. I think what he does for the team as well, a lot of it is probably in the dressing room and in the background. So I think only that in itself is wealth to the club and to all the players on the pitch.
And Jack Clark, who, if he makes an appearance tonight, will be his 50th for the club. He's been exceptional coming off the bench. He won't want to be on the bench, that's for sure, but he's been brilliant when called upon.
And the thing is, obviously, he won't want to be on the bench, but the main thing, what he's doing when he comes on, he's affecting games. We know how good he can be in this league. We've seen it at Sunderland. And he's just got to keep doing what he's doing and bide his time. And I'm sure he'll get that soon enough.
OK, so that's your Town starting 11. Time now to turn our attention to the visitors, Watford. And to take us through their lineup, we're going to head over to our lead commentator for today's game, Ollie Wilson.
Cheers, Curly. Thanks, everybody. Yes, it's 3 changes for Javi Gracia as he tries to put the absolute horror show that has been Watford's away form in the rear-view mirror. James Abankwah, the man on loan from Udinese, comes into a back 4 alongside Mark Boller, Matty Pollock and Jeremy Ngakia. Tom Ince has 5 goals against Ipswich in his illustrious career in the second tier of English football, and he comes in for Rocco Vata on the left flank, while Vivaldo Semedo comes in for Luca Kirumgo, partnering Mamadou Doumbia up front for the Hornets. As for the substitutes bench, well, Luca Kirumgo moves to the bench with 2 goals on the weekend. He'll be itching to get back on the field and add to his goal tally for the season. There's the experience of Musa Sissoko as well, who can anchor the midfield. And Nestori Irankunda is a really intriguing young prospect on loan from Bayern Munich's reserves, set to sign on a permanent deal. The 19-year-old could be very impressive indeed if he can grow into the second tier of English football. That is how the Hornets line up tonight.
Well, thank you, Ollie. It's set up to be a great evening. Right, earlier on, Jacob Henderson spoke to Azor Matusiwa ahead of tonight's clash to get his thoughts.
Azor, how are you and the guys feeling after a good win on Saturday and a quick turnaround for this game tonight?
Yeah, good, obviously. It was a good win, good away win. The first one this season, with many to come, and we want to try to keep on going and to get a result as well. Good result today with the win. So yeah, we are going for this.
When you say you want to keep on going, what was good about Saturday's performance that you want to show again to the home fans tonight?
I think especially the start of both halves, where we were quite effective. And even when it was tough, we stick together, really compact, played really compact, defended well, and keep the belief in ourselves. And yeah, so we did this part what we did really well. So we have to keep going on with this and try to win today.
And what are you expecting from Watford tonight, and perhaps that battle in midfield as well?
I think it's going to be really intense. They have good players, big players. It's a physical team, but we are ready for this battle, and we are ready to win this battle and the game.
Good luck, Azor.
Thank you.
Right, we have a very special guest waiting in the wings. I can see him in my eye line. He needs no introduction, but we'll give him one anyway. Yes, Fabio Wardley has joined us in the studio. When you watch that back, what kind of emotions does it bring?
Yeah, a bunch. It's happiness, excitement, maybe a little bit of disbelief somewhere in there. It was such an incredible night for so many reasons. Obviously, the occasion, everything on the line, everything was at stake. But the fight itself as well, one of those ones I was kind of proud of, to really have a scrap, really go for it, really get involved. So, yeah, it kind of had it all.
I was going to say, for someone who has been so many rounds with Joseph Parker and took punches, you threw punches. You look great. You look fantastic. I was expecting the sunglasses, but has it sunk in 10 days after the fight of what's just happened?
Yeah, it's slowly kind of seeping in. I remember, like, people were messaging me going, like, day after, a couple of days, was it sunk in yet, do you know? And I'm not like, not yet. I'm not really there, really. I've not fully got to it all, but it's slowly kind of realising what I achieved, what I've done, where I'm at now, and obviously what's next.
Me and Wes were lucky enough to spend 30 minutes with you in the ring, which was a scary experience as well. But you seemed so calm, so relaxed on what was going to be the biggest fight of your life. Going into it on that ring walk, were there nerves? Were there a few jitters?
No, and that was the most unsettling thing about it. For me, genuinely, and like there are, going into any fight, there are a little bit of nerves. Good nerves, but anticipation, build up, and you feel a bit angsty, and you're just like, all right, ready, I want this to hurry up, get here now, like, come on, let's get going. But, like, camp had gone so well, I felt so good in myself, I felt fit, strong, everything just felt like it was hitting the right mark, and I was, like, in the changing room, prepping for the fight, obviously, going through my drills, going through the motions, warming through, and I was on the ring walk, and I was like, this all just feels really comfortable and easy, and I was like, where's the little bit of like anxiety, the little bit of worry? And it wasn't there, but clearly I didn't need it.
Did that anxiety and worry come when you were punching him in the face so many times and he didn't go to the canvas? Because I was watching it going, someone has got to hit the canvas at some point.
Yeah, it kind of moved to like aggravation. I was like, what are you still doing here? Like, I hit people, they go down. Why are you still here?
I was going to say, it was dangerous when I was watching the fight and Joseph hit you with a few punches. You didn't wince, you didn't do anything, you just gave him a little nod, which I can imagine for an opposing fighter, that must be anxiety, worry, when he's hit you with his best and you've just gone, brilliant, let's have some more.
Yeah, I think that's the other side to me, the bit that's like, oh, okay, you actually want a real fight, do you? Okay, let's go, let's throw it out, let's have a look, let's see. So, yeah, that's the bit the coaches get a bit annoyed at me at, a bit angry. The game plan goes out the window a bit. It's a nod of like, okay, let's go, let's have it out.
And how nice was it on the centre stage, you wearing the colours of Ipswich Town? You had the support of so many Blues fans. Just how much did that extra 10% give you on what was the biggest night of your life?
Yeah, look, I said on the night as well, they're like my 12th man on the pitch. They're so loud. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
It's all right, mate. You've been punched in the head quite a few times. You can do what you want, mate. We can cover. We appreciate you being here.
Sorry, I'll tell you, they're so loud. They give you that extra boost. So when I do, like, the nod and say, come on, then you hear them roar, you hear them cheer, and they give you that extra go.
Tash, you must have experienced that extra few percentage when you played here at Portman Road as well.
Yeah, I mean, not to that extent, but yeah, of course. I think, like I said, with 12th man, it always helps. And to hear that, say, when you're probably getting punched and punching yourself, it probably helps a lot.
Judgy, was it like that for you as well? The crowd always giving you that extra 5%?
Yeah, definitely. It makes a massive difference, but nothing to the scale, obviously, what Fabio's done. But yeah, unbelievable.
The media is going crazy for you right now. You are hot property. You mentioned it after the fight. You gave it the Usyk. Like I said in that interview that we did, you were one punch away from facing Alexander Usyk. You're now one punch away becoming undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Has that sunk in yet?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like when we say it hasn't sunk in, sorry, even the fight itself was big enough for me to be like, oh, okay, this is quite massive. And then to win and then go, oh, hang on, what's coming after is even bigger.
Do you get time to reflect on that, though? Because after that fight, you collapsed to the floor and the canvas and just, you gave absolutely every ounce of energy. And obviously, running towards adversity is something that you do every time you step in that ring. Just how proud are you of yourself, of what you achieved?
Yeah, massively. And yeah, running towards adversity is kind of something I take maybe a bit too literally in the ring, running into punches, running into them situations. But yeah, again, it's another one that takes a bit of time to take a second, have a look at what you've done and allow myself those little kind of 5 minutes to be proud of myself and be thankful and be like, you know what, you're not doing too bad, things are going all right.
Please tell me you're having a little bit of a rest up. Please tell me you're going on holiday somewhere hot to go and chill out with the family and your newborn. So many congratulations on that as well. What are the next steps for Fabio Wardley?
Yeah, look, it is just a bit of downtime, chilling out, relaxing. A holiday booked in a couple of weeks, so a bit of time away, and then, yeah, look, get back to the gym, get back to work, and wait for Mr. Usyk to call the phone.
When Town won promotion, the party afterwards, I was chatting to Tash about this earlier, was pretty epic, and you were at the forefront of that. You were the king of Ipswich that night. I don't know what they'd call you now, because you'll have the keys to the city, the keys to the town after what you've just done. But looking out there tonight, how excited are you for Town's journey in the Championship, hopefully getting that promotion back to the Premier League?
Yeah, look, that was as special as last week was to me, and that night, the Championship win and us getting promoted and all of that was such a special, memorable moment. So for us to get back there again and do it again would just be incredible. That buzz, that feeling, like you say, that day, being out on the pitch, sharing it with everyone, sharing it with all the players and everything was just unreal. So look, I've got full faith in the boys, full faith in the team, everyone, the organisation, that we can get straight back there.
Could we see, or when will we see, is probably the better question, Fabio Wardley back fighting at Portman Road?
Who knows? Who knows? It's it could be on the cards. It could be on the cards. It's a question mark at the moment.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because for someone like Alexander Usyk, you're talking Wembley stadiums, you're talking big arenas, aren't you, as well?
Yeah, and not to say Portman Road small at all. It's good 30k, but
it's massive for everyone. But for someone like Alexander Usyk, he's going to want a big stadium at Wembley.
He's a big dog in the game. He's going to want the top of the tree, which would be Wembley or something like that. So maybe, I don't know if we'll be able to coax him to come down to Portman Road, but who knows?
But you're the second big dog now. So many congratulations, Fabio, and thank you for joining us. Before we let all of our guests go, we're just going to get a quick score prediction for tonight's game. So Judgy, no pressure, it's your debut, so make sure you say the right result.
I am. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win at home.
3-1?
Yeah. I was going to go for a 3-1, but
3-1.
I'll change it up. I'll change it up, 3-0.
3-0.
Clean sheet.
I was actually 3-1 as well, so I'm sticking to mine.
3-1 as well. Right, we're going to get you some Strepsils as well.
I know, I need something. I don't know what's going on.
But for everyone watching, big thank you to you, Town fans. Get behind the guys tonight if you can. International supporters in all regions can watch the game with a £10 match pass. Ollie Wilson and Alan Judge is back on commentator duty for tonight's game, and we will see you next time. And also, a big thanks to Fleximize. Fabio Wardley, thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
Just like football, business moves fast. And when you need funding, there's no time to wait. At Fleximize, we keep things simple. No penalties, no red cards, just fast, flexible business loans. We only ask for the essentials and you'll get a decision within 24 hours. Once approved, the funds are in your account the same day. Fleximize, let's fund your goals.
It's a new season, a new challenge, a new home, some new faces, the same support.
The Pesket is there on the follow-up to make it 3.
We need you again. Let's do this together.
When we started this, did we ever think we'd have a partnership with a football club? Absolutely not. This is beyond our wildest dreams. We pretty much exclusively hire graduates at Halo. We're very proud of our Suffolk roots. Halo's a pretty passionate, positive, enthusiastic place generally, but when you've also got what's going on at the football club, and it's just blending passion and enthusiasm.